Alright people, we are back with another Pokemon Sword Shield Wi-Fi battle. Now today, it's gonna be a post commentary. I actually recorded this battle back on like Wednesday or something, but I didn't feel like recording my voice, so we're gonna do that now. Now let's see, looking at the matchup here, the goal for us is to basically set up spikes and hazards, seeing as they have no rapid spinner. And we're going to try to do that and sweep with our Drapion. So let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure they let off with their Alolan Persian, right? Yep. This thing is Technician Black Glasses, and I didn't think about that with Bite. And I was like, oh man. So I didn't want to get faked out here, so I'm like, well, if they're going to fake out, I may as well go Ferrothorn, because they're going to take some damage. And it's not really going to affect Ferrothorn that much. So just trying to utilize as much as I can out of the turn. And I'm trying to remember here if I was kind of afraid they were going to go for Taunt, so I think I go for the knockoff? I want to say that's what I did. I didn't think about it being Technician, I just thought it'd be Fur Coat. But yeah, I did go for the spikes. Did they go for the Taunt? Yep. I was considering it. See, so it was in my subconscious. So yeah, so we just go ahead and go for the knockoff here. Knock off whatever we can. They do end up going for the parting shot, but I'm a Ferrothorn, so I'm not really going to care about that, to be honest. All I want to do is just knock off people's items. So who did they go out into here? I want to say maybe Tyrantrum. No, they didn't go Tyrantrum. They went Arcanine. That's right. So we're going to take away those delicious, nutritious, heavy-duty boots that protect it so well against Stealth Rocks. But oof, not anymore, my friend. Not anymore. So I think at this point, I'm pretty sure I go right out into Agent Toad. And I'm going to try to get up Rocks because I'll threaten this thing out. And then, boom, Rocks are up. And Arcanine is taking 25% every single time. I was honestly surprised they didn't have a Rapid Spinner or a Defogger. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, I need to take full advantage of this. And they were telling me whenever, after the battle, they were like, as soon as they saw I had all that, and they saw they had no hazard control, they were like, oh, this is going to be tough. So they do end up Will-O-Wisping the Seismitoad, but it's not really going to matter too much, because all I'm trying to do is just set up Rocks and Poison. And even then I have Scald as a secondary attack. That's why I always run mixed, because you never know when you're going to need one or the other. But there's so much more that can reduce its physical attack. Anyways, they go Rose right here. And I'm trying to remember, did they put something to sleep? Or I feel like that's what they did. But I'm pretty sure I just went Ferrothorn. Or did they set up Toxic Spikes? I can't remember. Anyways, I'm pretty sure we go Ferrothorn here. Yep, we're hovering over it, just waiting for it to go. Maybe I should have edited all this out. That way it would be less talking for me, but I wanted you to kind of see. Because otherwise the battle would be a lot shorter. And you guys wouldn't get to see nearly as much of it. So they do just end up going for the spikes. Now at this point, I'm pretty sure I go for spike. I think we're just going to start trading spikes. And at a certain point, pretty sure I go out into my my Blastoise. But man, this is going to take a while. Maybe I really should have edited all this out. So we're just going to try to exchange spikes here. Yeah, I think I'll try to speed this up and edit some of the waiting out real quick. Alright, so I edited some of it out. So they're going to switch out into their Arcanine, and I'm going to go for another layer of spikes. They're going to take those Yummy Rocks and one layer of spikes. We're going to set up another 2 layers. And this just puts us into the same situation again. I mean, the fact is they cannot do anything to Seismitoad. So I can or do I actually go Aquamaster? Oh yeah, we go Aquamaster because we're not trying to let in that Rose raid in fully. So I think what I did was I I might have just gone for the Shell Smash here. So first we're going to take some spikes. They're going to go for the Morning Sun. Man, can you imagine if we had knocked off those heavy duty boots, how annoying this thing would be? Yeah, so in order to prevent the Rose Raid from coming in, I go for the Shell Smash, and I'm like, well, I've got some hazards up right now. I mean, I haven't been able to put in work with Blastoise, so I may as well try to put in some work now. And they actually end up going into a Alolan Persian. So they take some nice damage, and we're just going to go right for that Shell Smash. So now I'm free to Rapid Spin, free to Ice Beam. I'm pretty sure I just Surf here. Because I wasn't really sure if the combination of Rapid Spin into Ice Beam would kill Rose Raid, just because it's not Stab, and Rose Raid has some Spadef. So we're going to go right for that Surf. They do go for the Fake Out, so we'll go through all the Theatrics here, and we'll just go for it again. Alright, what have you got for me now, though? Because keep in mind, Blastoise isn't even the win con. Alright, I'm trying to win with Drapion. So, they go back out into Arcanine. For some reason, they told me they thought I was physical. I'm going to be honest, I have not seen a physical Blastoise. That might be fun to run, though. We go right for the Surf, though, because we're going to completely ignore that attack drop. And bada bing, bada boom, we're in. So, they're probably going to go Rose Raid, right? At some point, though, I do get a chance to Rapid Spin. Out into Fletcher. Yeah, I think here I was like, I'm going to take my losses and go and Rapid Spin these away, because I know I can't kill it with anything. So I'm just going to Rapid Spin real quick. So we get rid of those hazards, and I'm pretty sure they actually knocked me out with Aura Sphere here. Man, that Mega Launcher is so powerful. It's ironic because, I mean, Mega Blastoise also has Mega Launcher and Aura Sphere. So that would have been cool, but unfortunately there's no Megas. I can't wait if we get Megas back. Imagine Mega Blastoise with Shell Smash. Probably going to be OU. Anyways, we go out into Goma, and at this point we're going to finish the trifecta of Stealth Rock, Spikes, and Sticky Web. And because we are Sash, so we don't really care about anything they can go for. That's why I really wanted a Rapid Spin, just so that I can have the Sash intact on this. And also, I don't like taking Spikes damage over and over again. But let's see what they do. Come on, buddy. Taking a while here. And this is post-com. Imagine if this was live commentary. That'd be crazy. I'm pretty sure they're Specs, from what I remember. So I feel like they switch. Yep. Are they going Rose Raid? Nah, they're going back out into their Alolan Persian. Now, I think here, I should have just gone for the Bug Buzz. Well, I guess I wanted to keep my Sash intact, so I think I go... Oh, I went Yummy. Interesting. Well, I got this thing pretty low. Do I try to set up the last layer of Spikes or something? Or maybe I go for the knockoff on it? Let's see. Because they're going to go for the Fake Out once more. But what's going to happen? Oh, that's right. They start going for the Bite. So they take some damage. And I think I didn't want to get taunted here. So I was like, well, I can avoid... Actually, wait a minute. Hang on. This thing doesn't even have Prankster. So I wouldn't be able to avoid Prankster taunt. But I do go out in a Drapion just because I'm like, they're going for bites here. So it seemed like a pretty good opportunity to get it in. And based off that damage, I was like, man, what's Bite going to do to me? Little did I know, it was Technician Black Glasses boosted, so it's not doing 0 damage. It's doing a little chunk. Let's see how much it does. Yeah, see, it's not 0. And we're going to attempt to go for the Cross Poison to knock it out. But unfortunately, due to their base 110 speed, they are faster and they end up flinching me, as you'll see there. And I was like, man, I'm taking like 40% at this point. I need to get the heck out of here. I could have just stayed in with Yummy and literally just set up a third layer of spikes. But, so it was a little bit early to try and sweep with the Drapion. But they're going to go for the bite again, and one more hit and they're down. Yep, take those nice iron barbs. Get a little leftovers recovery, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to go for the Gyro Ball, just in case they try to taunt me. Yep, and they do indeed taunt. Okay. I wasn't sure if they went for the bite again, but we're going to go for the Gyro Ball, take him out. I mean, I'm perfectly comfortable with 2 layers of spike. We've got plenty of hazards up. Because, I mean, Drapion just needs the initial little bit of damage. If you guys don't know about the Sniper, basically Sniper is an ability that multiplies, or well, basically brings the critical hit amount up from 1.5 to 2, back to what it was originally. So, with Scope Lens plus increased critical hit chance moves like Cross Poison and Night Slash, we have a 50% chance to critical hit. Unfortunately, it doesn't learn Focus Energy, so there's not really any other way that I can boost its crit ratio, unless I had to eat some berry or something like that, but that was too gimmicky. 50%'s enough, honestly, and it's strong enough on its own. So I think here, they actually go for the Dragon Dance, which was a little bit of a choke. I guess they thought I'd switch, but, I mean, they weren't going to do anything to me. Like, Head Smash is not doing squat diddly. I mean, maybe if they had superpower, but I still feel like I lived if it was just regular, and then their attack and defense is lowered. So, we take this thing out. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to take it out regularly, but since they Dragon Danced, we were able to take it out. Ferrothorn is just an absolute monster. I did my best to bring some, like, because I knew it was going to bring Enu. I was trying to bring some, like, lower mons. That's why I brought, like, Drapion and, what's your Seismitoad? Yu? I don't know. We've also got, like, Blastoise and, a few other Pokemon, Galvantula. So, it's not like I brought a full-blown OU team. It's just Ferrothorn is just that good. So, they bring back in the Clauncher here. And I wonder at this point if I just sack off my Ferrothorn. I'm pretty sure I did, because I remember that Clauncher put in work. Yeah, the Choice Specs Mega Launcher is definitely going to be able to take out Ferrothorn here, as soon as it's done communicating in the past. Alright, there's the Aura Sphere. And it's going to take me out. This thing is a monster, you know? But now, my friends, it is time for Drapion the boy to come in. This was a Pokemon that I got from the lengths I had to go to get this thing. Well, it wasn't too bad. I've already done it once before. Basically, I replayed Pokemon Yellow and got a Slowbro with Teleport. And bada bing, bada boom. We take this thing out with a crit, but we did not need a crit for that. Yeah, I replayed the game. Got through the SSN, got Teleport, traded over a Slowpoke on a different DS from Gold, and traded it to Shield, and then it was one of the viewers that I traded it to. He gave me this nice and powerful shiny Drapion, so I figured I'd Hyper Train it up and use it in a battle. So here's the moment. Night Slash versus Cresselia. Who's gonna win? 1 HP survival. This is crazy. I didn't even Hyper Train my Spadef, so we're probably gonna take a good chunk. Yeah. Lower the attack, but that does not matter in the slightest. I can't believe that after rocks and after everything, I'm gonna have to run the calc, to be honest. I'm not sure how much it did, but man, it was so close to killing. So close. And he wasn't, the thing is, he wasn't even fully invested in defense, which is crazy. So he had a little bit of offense in him. But we do manage to take out the Cresselia. I was just like, man, I can't believe it didn't kill. That just goes to show you how much of a physically defensive monster Cresselia is. That even, and I'm adamant, I'm not even jolly on this thing, I'm adamant Drapion. That's why I have agility on here instead of Swords Dance. But they go out into Rose Raid, and since they're caught in a sticky web, oof, Drapion is gonna come through, my friends. He's gonna come through. So we can just hit him with Night Slash and take him out. Or actually, wait a minute, I'm not sure if we got a crit. Yeah, we didn't get a crit this time, boys. But we do dodge, so probably would have died there, but I had a Galvantula chilling in the back. So we're just gonna Night Slash real quick to end the battle. GG's to Caddy. I'll link his channel in the description. Got him from the Pokemon Hub Battle Discord. A very fun battle, man. I was so excited to see Drapion put in this much work. As soon as it communicates and loads, then we'll go on to the next battle. Now the next battle, oof, I'm gonna have to edit some stuff out on that because it takes a while. You'll see what I mean. The next battle went to timer, and you'll see why. But yeah, GG's Caddy, and let's get into the next battle. All right, so our second opponent here. Mike is also from the Pokemon Hub Battle Discord. He wanted a battle, so I said, of course, always. So looking at his team, he brought a very powerful OU team, but not all the mons are exactly what you would call standard, as we will see here in a moment. So, looking at the matchup though, it's going to be difficult to get Drapion in, but they do have a lot of ground type, a lot of types weak to ground. So I mean, maybe there's a low odd of Earthquake critting. But we're going to do our best. So they lead off with Magearna, and right off the bat, I'm going to try to get up some sticky webs because I don't want to get swept by a dang Scarf Kartana, if you feel me. And if anything, then I can always just bring in Goma, and I'm pretty sure Bug Buzz will one-shot it. Pretty sure. Not entirely certain. But we're going to get the webs up. And I mean, plus we're eventually going to try to get up hazards. And they also have no real way of removing them. But if they did, again we have the Braviary with Defiant. The Scarf Braviary is going to come through this battle. They're going to go and Volt Switch on out. They also have Magearna Original. Nice. That thing had better get banned soon, man. I'm thinking that Cinderace and Magearna are probably going to get suspected here pretty quick. They quick banned Cinderace, which I didn't really like. Before, I would have preferred a nice suspect. I would like to mourn the loss of my shiny Cinderace once again, or at least have time to mourn with a suspect test. They already took out my boy Spectrier, which I didn't believe deserved to be banned, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, they brought in the Lando. We're just gonna go Agent Toad. Let's see. They're gonna go for their rocks, and I'm pretty sure in return I'm gonna go for rocks as well. This turns out to be like a offensive SD set, but I didn't know that at the time. Oh, I went straight for the skull. I said, nah, I'm not letting this thing get in my way. So, we're eventually going to try to Rapid Spin, I think, but first they do go Grimmsnarl. I'm like, oh great, the screen setter is in. I was really scared of this thing because I didn't have Defog. I was running Rapid Spin. Because it did make sense to run Defog on a team where I'm running all these hazards. So, I actually had Noivern at first, Defog, but then I got rid of it because I was like, there's no point in me trying to Defog. It's just going to do harm to me. So the name of the game is try to stall out these screens, and this battle is going to stall out all by itself, trust me. So he sets up screens, and I go for the Stealth Rocks, and I think I go for Toxic here, I want to say. Oh, we do get the burn, so we couldn't go for Toxic afterwards, that's right. So since I can't go for Toxic, I'm just going to go out on a Ferrothorn, and to me, the best way to stall out screens is just to take that time to set up my hazards with a Pokemon. You know, no point in trying to set up offensively right now. because we've got like 8 turns to stall out, I think. I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure he's like clay. Either way though, we're just gonna go for the spikes real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's taunt. Yep, we go right for those spikes. Again, I'm fairly certain they're not taunt. But I can't exactly remember at the same time. Anyways, if they will pick a move from 2 days ago, that'd be nice. Just trying to, oh yeah, that's right, Magirna and Cinderace Suspect. Well, I'll talk about that during the next commercial break. So they go Heatran here, and I'm gonna set the spikes. And I was really afraid of this Heatran, so I didn't want to lose my Ferrothorn for no reason. I'm wondering if I went Blastoise and tried to Rapid Spin or not. But I can't remember. Anyway, so Magirna definitely needs to go though. There's just way too many sets that this thing can run and you never know what it's going to be. Cinderace is also a huge threat. I mean, what are you going to do, switch in your Slowbro? You just get chipped by if you knock off the heavy duty boots, you get chipped by hazards and U-turn over time, so I wouldn't call that really a true counter. They go for the sub, and we did bring in our Seismitoad. So with that, I want to say I went for the Scald here, but I can't be certain. I'm pretty sure I went for the Scald. Yeah, between this Heatran, it's oh, I did go for the Earthquake though, but they did decide to stay in anyways. So they go for Torment, which is cool, because then I can just Scald right after anyways if they go Lando or something like that. Yeah, so not exactly, gonna be honest with you here, Mike. These sets, not too good for Wi-Fi battles due to the 20-minute timer. They're cool to run on Showdown. I mean, I would get annoyed by it, but I'd still face it anyways. But here, on Wi-Fi, and the 20-minute timer days, heck no. I remember having battles back in the day with my friend back in it was like the last day of, was it the last day of freshman year or sophomore year? I want to say the last day of freshman year. We had a battle that, then again, no, maybe it was sophomore year? I can't remember. We had a battle on the way back home from school, and we were like rushing to try to finish it. I think we finished it right as we were like coming into home, and he like got dropped off because his stop was right before mine. Anyways, we Scald right into this Mew, and they take some damage from the hazards. I'm glad that I didn't get burnt this time, because I didn't want the synchronization to hamper my Earthquakes. So we're gonna switch out here. And this is where things are going to get a little bit crazy. Because they are going to go for the block. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh no, don't tell me I have to face block, transform, and prison. Or well, block and prism transform on this same set. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. And I was like, well, if I'm going to get stuck here, I may as well try to, I think I'll go for the knockoff right away. Yep, I'm going to speed this up real quick. So we go for the knockoff and get their leftovers. They're going to go for the Roost before they try to go for the Imprison. And I'm going to get a key Leech Seed off. This Leech Seed allows me to almost 1v1 this Mew. So there's the Transform. So I'm going to go for the Gyro Ball, but I can't because it's sealed. And we're going to absorb them. They're going to go for the knockoff. They get rid of my leftovers, but they take some nice Iron Barb, some nice chip. We go for the Struggle, but it's not going to do that whole lot. And look at how much they do to me. But the key thing is that I'm getting Leech Seed recovery, and they are taking damage. And they can't even Leech Seed me back, because now I'm a Grass type. Or they're a Grass type. Well, I'm a Grass type, but the reason they couldn't do it before was because they weren't me. So we're slowly whittling down this Ferrothorn, slowly but surely. There's another Struggle. And we almost go down. They decided to set up spikes instead of taking me out, and because of that, they're going to take some more chip. And we go for the last Struggle. That's going to take us out. And I think they go for a final layer of spikes. Now here, I actually go into my Blastoise, because they are still Leech Seeded. So I was like, yo, I can Rapid Spin and the Leech Seed will kill them. So, because getting rid of all these hazards is top priority for me. So they're gonna die on their own, because I was fairly certain. I mean, Rapid Spin's not gonna kill a Ferrothorn from there. I mean, come on. But they are Leech Seeded, so we're gonna take a hit of something. I think they decide to go for the Leech Seed themselves. Yep, there's their own Leech Seed. Man, it looks so much slower now that it's not ×2 speed. That's just my brain trying to get used to it again. They do get a little bit of Leech Seed recovery themselves, but it's not going to be enough because now, oh, I'm going to get some Leech Seed. Hello. Good night, Ferrothorn. So Ferrothorn goes down, and we get a little bit of recovery back ourselves. We are still Leech Seeded, however. I'm trying to remember if I stayed in or switched out. Also, notice the screens are gone during all that Mew nonsense. I honestly can't remember if it was 8 turns. It didn't seem like 8 turns, so maybe they were not like clay. But yeah, Cinderace honestly could probably use a suspect. As much as I love using my shiny Cinderace, it probably needs to go. But I tell you what they're thinking about. Well, I'm hoping that they could suspect Zamazenta Crown and bring that guy down, because I just think it'd be cool to use. Anyways, we are gonna go for the Shell Smash here. Yeah, we're gonna go through the Shell Smash, even though they're gonna go for their screens. I was like, well, I may as well try to do what I can, because with this, I mean, it's effectively going to take out the screens. I'm trying to remember if I went for... managed my Shell Smash twice. That'd be too risky. They are going to get some Leech Seed recovery, and this just goes to show you, I mean, with all the Leech Seed and the burn damage, I mean, forget about the Dynamax counter, because we don't even use that, you know, we're gentlemen. You know, but all the other effects, people were complaining about how long battles took in Sun and Moon, just when there was, you know, Tapu Bulu and grassy terrain and Leech Seed and leftovers and all that. I mean, they were complaining about it back then. They didn't even have a 20-minute timer. But good grief, that's going to do absolutely nothing to this thing. Yo! That light screen really came through. But I'm getting close to Torrent here. I'm not sure if I'm in Torrent range yet. Let me see. 44 divided by 150. That's got to be Torrent range. 44 divided by 154. Yeah, bro, we're in Torrent range at this point. We're below 30%. You know, it's all calculated. So, even though they have light screen up, we are running our, we do have modest Torrent +2 Blastoise, which is still going to do a good chunk. I think they go Magearna here. And I don't know how many layers of hazards we have, but we got rocks up, right? We got rocks up. We got rocks, webs, and spikes. So dang, you can imagine taking all that into account also affects the timer. And the fact that they're taking a while to decide their move, yo, this is crazy. So they go Magearna, as I expected. We're going to do a pretty good chunk to this thing, if I remember correctly. Alright, there's the Stealth Rocks. Oh, there's just one layer of spikes, but one layer is a layer. So we're going to go for the Soif. Let's see how much we do. I mean, this is modest Torrent +2. Alright, so we do a good chunk. Dang on. Would that have even killed if they didn't have the light screen up? I'm not sure. I wonder if they had to have been running like HP investment for it to do that little, even in Torrent. Either way though, I think they go Lando. No, I think they go out into their Heatran. And this is where I make a very key misplay here. A big misplay that prevented me from just straight out winning the game. Which is very unfortunate, because I could have actually gotten through all this. All the animations and waiting and all the little damage and recovery if I hadn't made this key misplay. Because I go Drapion here thinking, oh, they just go Heatran. they're in webs. Even if they're Scarf, which they're not, we already showed that they're not, they're definitely slower than me no matter what. So, seems like a good time to sweep with Drapion, right? I mean, he's my win con. But I go for the EQ instead of going. Now keep in mind, I mean, a 50% chance to crit here. So we can completely ignore the screen. But instead of going for the Night Slash, which would have been safe, I guess I was kind of scared of not missing, or I mean not getting the crit, and I just wanted to go for the for sure kill, because I'm pretty sure Adamant Earthquake kills through screens, right? When it's that low. But they went Lando, and I should have really thought about the fact they could go Landorus. The safe play really was Night Slash, because it would have killed with the crit no matter what. And we had a 50% chance to crit this Lando here. And unfortunately, if I was Jolly, I could have stayed in and gone for the Night Slash again, but I'm Adamant. So I cannot risk him going for Earthquake. But they do capitalize on this, because they just go right for the Sword Stance with their... oh no, they went for the Rocks first, that's right. If they went for the Sword Stance, it would have been bad. They go right for the Stealth Rocks. They capitalize on it either way. I'm like, well, I'm going to just go for the Brave Bird. They do have a couple of Steel type, a lot of Steel types actually. Oh, that's right, I go for the U-turn. I don't go for it immediately. And that, those Stealth Rocks are really going to suck, because I lost my Rapid Spinner. And, I mean, Braviary can only come in a couple more times. So I'm like, I don't want to take a Stone Edge to the face. So I think I go out into the best play to go Agent Toad, of course. Because I was like, I can eat up whatever hit he goes for. Unfortunately, light screens are still up. Pretty sure, and the 3-minute timer is here, yo. The 3-minute timer is here. But I think the light screens are about to go out. No, not this turn, but maybe next turn. And thankfully, because of my defensive investment in my leftovers, we are able to live this incoming Earthquake. It's going to do a lot. I mean, it's a freaking lander. Space 145 attack, plus 2 Earthquake. But we do manage to live. We're going to go for the Scald, and thankfully we actually get a burn. I don't know how much it actually mattered. I'm not sure how much Brave Bird does to this thing. But it's it's just a little bit of chip, you know? Chip this thing down. I mean, it's a 30% chance to burn. And there goes the light screen finally. So that means after this turn that their Reflect is going to be gone, which is really good for my Braviary. Unfortunately, we are at 2 minutes left. I mean, we got to hurry up and finish this battle, yo. So I end up going Braviary because I want to get rid of this Landorus. There goes the Reflect. I guess I considered going Goma, but I was like, I need to go Braviary. And once I get rid of this thing, I mean, I have Drapion in the back. And now that I have webs up and everything, so... Ooh, but I do need to get rid of that Kartana. But like I said, I have Goma sitting in the back ready to Bug Buzz that Kartana, which would definitely kill it after all the spikes and Stealth Rocks and everything. So we're damaged by recoil a little bit. I think they went Kartana first, actually. I think they were trying to go for the sweep with Kartana. But they wouldn't have been able to, because like I said, it would have outsped it with Goma. Yep, there's the cart. Only 60 seconds left. It's a nice and beautiful shiny Kartana. Man, I kind of wish I went for shiny Kartana instead of shiny Pheromosa when I was shiny hunting in Ultra Sun and Moon. That hunt took me 3 days of straight. I mean, it was over Thanksgiving break, so I was able to do it for like 3 days straight. But literally just sitting there, just spamming soft reset. I still need to finish this Togepi hunt. The Pheromosa and the Togepi hunt are some of the toughest ones that I've ever done. We are able to live the Sacred Sword. It makes me wonder if they were, I don't know, timid to try to get the speed boost. I'm not sure, honestly. But we are just gonna, oh, they decide to withdraw. They go Heatran. So, I mean, after that, we just go out into our Drapion, and pretty sure we can live a hit from Kartana, honestly. Because then we just go Drapion and we Earthquake Sweep, pretty much. because Magirin doesn't have that much HP. And I guess, ooh, and we live on 1, the 1 HP survival. Now, I don't know how it goes into factoring in who wins or loses these battles, but even though my Pokemon I hear only has 1 HP left, it must average together the HP of all the Pokemon, because we're at equal amounts of Pokemon, but it decided that I won. But that's going to be it for that battle. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and we'll see you guys in the next battle. Don't hesitate if anyone wants to battle me. Just battle me anytime you want. Just challenge me either in the Pokemon Battle Hub Discord or my own Discord. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Bye.